All right, so what we want to talk about today in this lecture is the info section or info options within Microsoft Word 2013. So what we want to do to start is we want to click on the File tab located at the top of Microsoft Word. Once we click on that, you're going to see a list on the left-hand side there that has info, new, open, save, save as, print, share, export, close, account, and options. So what we want to focus on right now is info. And within this info screen, you can see different options available. We have protect a document, inspect document, versions, and over on the right-hand side, you can see our list of properties. So let's start by talking about the protect document options. Basically, these are to control what types of changes people can make to this document. If we click on protect document, you're going to see a list drop down with 4 different options available. We have mark as final, which let readers know the document is final and it makes it read only. Second option on that list, encrypt with a password. Password protect this document. What that allows you to do is set a password, and if you want somebody to be able to go in and view, make changes, so on and so forth to your document, you have to provide them that password so that they can enter the password in order to do whatever it is they need to do. The next is to restrict editing, and basically that allows you to control the types of changes others can make. So maybe you want to have somebody who can only read the document. You might have somebody who you only want to make certain changes to the document, and maybe you just want to give all rights to other people and yourself. Next is add a digital signature, and that ensures the integrity of the document by adding an invisible digital signature. It's basically almost like branding. You're putting your name on this document saying, this is my document, I own all rights to it. So let's move on now to inspect document. And you can see here there's a box that says check for issues. If we click on that, you can see we have 3 different options that become available to us. We have inspect document, which checks the document for hidden properties or personal information. Check accessibility, which allows us to check the document for content that people with disabilities might find difficult to read. And lastly is the check compatibility, and that allows you to check for features not supported by earlier versions of Word. So if you're creating this document in like the latest version of Word, and you know that some of your users might be using older, later version or older previous versions of Word, you might want to check for compatibility so you know that the document that you created, the people that are opening it and looking at it, they're going to be able to see, all the structure and options that are available within your document and all the details. Next, let's move on to the section called versions. So if I click on manage versions here, you can see I have 2 options. Recover unsaved documents, which allows you to browse recent unsaved documents. Basically what happens is Microsoft has it set up so that when you're in the process of creating documents, whether they be new or something you've been working on for a little bit that you've left up, it automatically creates a saved or cached kind of version of that document for you that's not saved with a name, but it is still available. So if something happens and you're working on a document and Microsoft Word closes down or somehow you forget to save your document, you can go back to this recover unsaved documents, and more than likely your unsaved document is going to be available in there, hopefully, and you can go in and recover that, hopefully save it, and then you have it in a location where you know and it's saved and it's safe. Below that, you're going to see delete all unsaved documents, and basically that's all those documents that build up over time that you were working on, didn't properly save. Those are going to accrue, and eventually you might want to go back and look through those as the list might become big and delete the ones that you don't need, and in the process of doing that, maybe save the ones that you do need. So lastly, let's talk about the properties, which is on the right side of the screen there. You can see that there's lots of properties available, lots of information, your size, the number of pages, the word count for the document, the total time you spent editing the document. You have your title, tags, comments, the template that you are using. If you put in a status, categories, subject, hyperlink base, your company. You can also look and see that there's some dates down here, last modified, a created date, last printed date, some information about the authors that might be working on this document, the last time it was modified. If you see there's a little link down here, by default you'll see when you come to the screen it says show all properties. If you click on that, it's going to give you the full list that I was just talking about. So you can see within the info section there's lots of options within Microsoft Word 2013. So when you get a chance, mess around with these, get familiar with them. I'm sure you'll find a need to use these somewhere along the way.